Wouldn't that be horrible if I did this wrong and I was just pouring ink all over the place? Don't let intrusive thoughts win. Alright, so I'm doing the cyan next. Gotta keep them separated. Drink your blue juice, my precious. I had not yet hooked up my printer. I need to do some food prep, so I'm gonna put the clean dishes away, put the dirty ones in the dishwasher, and get cooking. Hi friends, so today I'm gonna be unboxing a new printer that I got for Christmas. The reason why I am setting this up in February is because I had an HP subscription for their ink, and I had to wait for that to run out and use and print as much as I could before that. But now I have the Canon Pixma G3200. It has its own ink like cartridges and tanks, and I can buy the new ink in the store, so that works out so much better, and I don't have to be anchored to a subscription. Look at that, 7,000 colored pages the ink will hold and print that many pages. That's awesome. So I'm going to be unboxing this today, and let's get into it. Oh, and this was a gift from my wonderful husband. Thank you, Adam. There's a CD-ROM. I didn't know they still make these. Pull this styrofoam piece out. There's my my ink bottles. And I have a small studio, so I like to tuck my printer in the closet so it doesn't... Also, the dog gets offended whenever I print something, so I put it in the closet so it's kind of like less offensive in there. You heard me, Kona. She does not like that I am working on a printer right now. Whoa! Look at that. It's about the same size as my last one because it has a scanning bed. Ooh, I like this. This is nice. It says to take off all the orange tape. Oh, found some more right over here. That's the scanning bed, I think. Where are you gonna go? Everywhere is offensive. I'm sorry. Grab the knob on the cartridge locking cover to open. Oh, okay, that lifted right up. Take C, this is C. Peel off the cover. We got this little tab underneath, and we got this one on top. It says pull. Insert the C color cartridge into the left. Oh, it's labeled in here for my convenience. I don't know, it didn't really snap, it just sat in there. I put it in there. Repeat 2 to 4 to install the B cartridge. B cartridge. Take off the tab on the back, pull this back, set it in here, and it should probably snap when the hinge things. Close the cartridge, locking cover, and push it down. Oh, that was a nice snap. Press the joint buttons on the right and left. Oh, next part, BK, right here. Oh, I need the black. They put a lot of these little tear marks, so it's really easy to open. It's been really easy to assemble so far. So this is my black ink. Hold the ink bottle upright and remove the bottle cap. I think I can handle that. Insert the nozzle of the ink bottle into the inlet and stand the ink bottle upside down. Lid off. Pour all ink into the ink tank. All of it? Dang, that's a lot of ink. Alright, gotta take this little cap off. It's like a little silicone rubber gasket type thing. So I'm just gonna bloop. Oh, I'm nervous. Wouldn't that be horrible if I did this wrong and I was just pouring ink all over the place? Don't let intrusive thoughts win. It's thirsty. Is it all in there? Don't lay it flat. It's empty. All in there. This is great. It's gonna last me so long. And I won't have to wait on a certain amount of prints to get more ink or anything like that. I can't believe I did that with the HP printer that long. It was because we bought that printer during the pandemic when everything was selling out because everybody was being homeschooled, and We got what we could get was available. And I've been fighting with that HP printer for 5 years, almost. A little less than 5 years, because we probably did get it just after the pandemic. I'm so happy, so relieved to have a new printer that will print beautiful pages. And I love Canon. I've had Canon before. That's my, just gonna snooze that. And so I'm sure I do this same thing for the other side with the yellow and magenta and cyan. Whoop. Don't mix them up, Lisa. All right, so I'm doing the cyan next. Gotta keep them separated. Drink your blue juice, my precious. That one's, the blue is empty. Close up that one. Open the magenta. Our printer is actually not in the most efficient position where it's at in the closet because it's above my eye level, or it's right at my eye level. I have to like get on a stool to see anything above, but for now it works. Magenta, empty. Yellow. Okay, Google, is there a song about the color yellow?
Songs frequently mentioned on the web include yellow song, yellow, if it's yellow and you know it than others.
And we were all yellow. I think they played that song in Bridgerton for Penelope's season, because she always wore yellow. Yellow is in. Oh, there's a little drop I left. Will it go in? Every drop counts. That could be a sheet of paper. I didn't get any on my fingers. Oh my God, it's a miracle. All right, put this little gasket thing back on. Check that all ink in the bottles is poured into ink tanks. Close the scanning unit cover and then connect the power cord. Do not connect a USB cable yet, so just power and turn it on. Check that the flashing of the on lamp has changed to a double flash. Let's go plug it in. Look who came to join me. Kona, it's okay. She needed contact with her mama. I'm so sorry to offend you. I'll clean up the office and everything will be back to normal soon. And this big bad old printer will be in the closet where you can't see it, okay? I love you, Floppy. Floppy ears. See? Eye level. Right at the bottom of this. So I do have to get hoisted up to see anything in the scanning bed. Short people problems. All right, let's turn this to the side so I can get the power cord plugged in. Hardest part was just getting that wire situated so it isn't being pulled by other stuff, which it already did. Is the power on the top of it? Dang it. The power button is on the top of this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got a double blink and it's ready for Wi-Fi. Yes! Great success. I'm just going through the steps now to get it synced up with my wireless router. Hi guys, so I left off last night. I had not yet hooked up my printer, and that still is the case. My husband is bringing home a new cable that we can plug directly into the router. So my plan today's Tuesday, February 4th, I need to do some food prep. So I'm gonna put the clean dishes away, put the dirty ones in the dishwasher, and get cooking. Welcome to vlog style. All right, so I'm gonna do the seafood pancake. It's called Okonomiyaki. It's a Japanese seafood pancake. Today we're just going to be using Gulf shrimp for this recipe. So I'm gonna go step by step, and we'll start with the cassava flour. We need 1 cup of that. I got a half a cup here, and I have more. I'm just trying to empty what's in these little tins. 1, just want to make sure we're rotating our dry stuff and not just pulling from the bags that we buy. That is pretty much another half cup. So put that in our bowl. And then half cup arrowroot powder. Arrowroot, it's a half cup. It's not as pale white as the cassava flour. Stick those over there. Next, we need 4 large eggs. I don't want to crack them straight into the bowl, so I'm going to crack them in this. 2, 3, 4. And I will put that into my flour mixture. The recipe calls for 1 cup of water, which I'll just put in this since it has some of the egg juice in there. 1 cup of water with some foam. That'll be fine. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon. We have this fancy thing with pink Himalayan salt and pepper. So I'll put 1 teaspoon of salt in there. Just whisk it up. Then I'll stick the batter to the side. For the filling, fold in the cabbage, carrots, green onions, and cooked seafood. Oh, I didn't do cooked seafood before. We're just going to ad lib. So for the filling, we need 4 cups finely shredded cabbage. So we need 4 cups. The reason I'm making these is because I bought extra cabbage, and so because these were so good, I made them last week, I think, because I've been doing the whole 30 since January 6th. Tomorrow is actually my last day, but I'm gonna keep it going because I really love how I feel when I'm eating healthier like this. 2 cups, and I just feel like I'm on a roll. It's an anti-inflammatory diet, so I definitely notice the difference. See if that's 2 cups, yep. So there's 4 cups finely shredded cabbage. We need 1 cup grated carrots. It says optional, but I already have the carrots and I'm gonna shred them in my food processor now. Get ready for the noise. That could probably fill a 1/2 cup. I've got little pieces of carrot left over. I could chop those up really fine. There we go. It'll blend with all the rest. I like adding the carrot because it adds color. The more colorful it is, the more appealing it is to eat. I have a little more than 1 cup, so we're just gonna throw it in because veggies are good. Press it down. There, it's about a cup. There we go. Next up, we need a 1/2 cup of chopped green beans. That right there is about a 1/2 cup. I think it pretty much fills up a 1/2 cup. Yep. Beautiful. I'm good at eyeballing measurements. Oh, and then next, we have our seafood mix, which in this case will be the shrimp. Get this out of the way. And since I have full raw, peeled, deveined, and tail off, I'm going to cut them in little bite-sized pieces, 1 to 1.5 cups. That means we're putting 1.5 cups. So we're just gonna cut them into like little pieces of 4. So I'm really excited because this weekend is the Florida State Fair. I am so excited because my friend is flying down from Buffalo and staying with us, and she's gonna be chalking too. We used to go to high school together and take all of our art classes, and that's how we became friends. And life happens, we move away, but we reconnected last year, and it's been awesome because we're like, we have to stay in touch. We just missed each other. Now we do little Zoom calls, I call them paint and Zooms, where we just work on an art project or whatever while we're on the Zoom call and just catch up. So it's really nice. We may have some distance between us, but we won't let that stop us. And we're gonna keep hold up to our promise and stay in touch. So also my niece, who is now 15, oh my gosh, she's gonna be 16 this year. She is going to be chalking also, and I'm excited because she's going a little bit out of her comfort zone with encouragement and feedback and stuff. I'm very proud of her for going outside of her comfort zone like this. You know what? We're gonna use all the shrimp. I don't want any leftover shrimp, so maybe I'll just add a little bit of flour if I feel like it needs to thicken up a bit. So we got that going on this weekend. We kind of got a busy February, and then March is even busier for chalk season because I'm doing at least 4 events. So that's every weekend, and I have to make sure that I schedule days off and time off for myself so I don't burn out. So I don't know if you know this, but I have another channel, 1 in a Million Sims, and I like to play life simulator games like The Sims. Today is actually their 25th anniversary, by the way. The franchise has been around for that long, but my other channel I've been working on and just doing Let's Plays and builds and stuff, and that channel is linked in the description below. But I have pre-recorded because I know I'm going to be so busy in March and I just can't juggle all the things or my head will explode. And it just happens to be busy at work too during that time, so it's like mega stress. So I need to just remind myself to have fun because I love chalking and I love art and I love meeting new people and teaching and just the whole community. I knew I connected with immediately. Don't look at it as stress, but as something fun, because it is. I just take myself too seriously sometimes, and I expect a lot from myself, but I need to learn to be a little graceful. Soap in those hands. I got seafood all over them. Let's put this in here, wipe down our space. And when I press it down, it actually is 1.5 cups. I went with my gut and I felt it was right. Come on, there's one little piece in there. Okay. So now we have outgrown the whisk. It's time to bring on the spatula. I also really like using the 1/4 cup because that's how I scoop my portions into the skillet when we go to cook them. So let me just mix this up. Make sure it has the correct consistency. It seemed a bit watery before. I think I will add some more of that flour. Short people problems. Oh, it's a good thing I have a tall husband because he can put this back. Or else I have to get the chair. Okay. So this has not been used yet, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of cassava flour in there. Okay. Come meet me at the skillet. I would like to point out that my kitchen is not perfectly clean, and that's okay. I am just saying that it's okay. So my pan is preheating. I have a little avocado spray that I use to grease the pan. And it should be warm enough now, so let's try this batter out. In worst case scenario, I just need to add a little bit more cassava flour. I should have patted off the shrimp and not put it in straight after I cut it. We have a little escape right there. We need a spatula. Okay, spoon, cassava. That's a little bit better. Oh yeah, it fell apart and everything, yeah. It's like more eggy, it feels like. But I went with the double recipe that I made before. Let's see if it comes out better. Maybe my pan is not hot enough too. I have it on medium high heat. Even though these are the trial run, I'm gonna still brown each side because they should taste fine, but the rest of the batter is less runny. I might even wanna add a little bit more just so I know that it's gonna be pancake consistency. The pan is nice and hot. Lower it just a little bit because we're starting to steam a little. How's that? I want that browned a little bit more. So we're gonna leave those there, and then we'll put down at least 2 more pancakes. This is like one of my new favorite recipes because it's got so many veggies in it. It's seafood, so you can have these during Lent, or also they're just really good. So Adam's working until 8:30 tonight. We don't get days off together. And I'm kind of like over it now. We've been married for 3 years as of New Year's Eve, and the only time we get a day off together is if there's a hurricane, if we're both sick like with COVID, or if we take a vacation together. Other than that, during the week it's very quick in passing, and I just love spending time with my husband. He's my best friend. I wish that we had more time together. Life is not all about working till you're too old to do anything, you know? Life is about enjoying the journey and seeing the world with your partner in crime. So I'm just gonna make a couple of these and then I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So I finally added some more cassava flour. Let me turn off Dennis Phillips. Sorry, I'm watching my Dennis Phillips live because I'm really hoping it gets cold again. Anywho, I added some more cassava flour to the batter, and it specifically doesn't travel. It doesn't spread too far, and that should be the right amount of flour used. So that was just my little update. I'm still cooking, still got maybe 6 to 8 pancakes left to cook. And I turned the heat down too because it was a little high. I'd rather the shrimp cook and everything get all delicious inside. I'm also not that worried because we will be reheating most of these because I'm prepping. This is a double batch, and I can put the recipe in the description down below if you want to try it at home. It is delicious. We're gonna do the sauce too. I should probably just take you over here and do the sauce. We need 6 tablespoons of coconut aminos. We just get the Big Tree brand. And I'm putting it right into a Tupperware because that's where it shall go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we need compliant ketchup. This is Primal Kitchen, no sugar, Whole30 approved. 2 tablespoons of that. Ooh, I gotta shake it up. Just shake it up. Much better. 1 and 2. We will need 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, and powdered ginger. Easy peasy. 2 tablespoons rice vinegar. We can use this to stir. 2 teaspoons. 1, 2, just like that. And then half teaspoon ground ginger. 1 and then 1/2. I feel like I need a fork for this. That way I can whisk it good. Another way that you can mix this is shake the crap out of it. Yas! The sauce is saucing. All right, let's leave the lid on so I don't make even more of a mess than I already have. And I'm just gonna finish up the rest of the pancakes. Also, optional toppings, and this is what they do in Japan. They put mayo as a topping, but I'm gonna bypass that. You could do green onions on top. You can do nori flakes, which is shredded seaweed. And also you can sprinkle with sesame seeds. Most of that is optional. I mean, I have the green onions. I didn't cut any extra green onions, but I literally have never put toppings. Just the sauce because it's so good. Flavor Flav. Okay, I garnished it with some green onions, and now I will taste. I know how I would improve it next time. I think next time also make sure that it's arrowroot and cassava flour separately, but when I'm spooning it into the pan, make sure I spread it out so it's not too thick, because if it's thick then it could be a little raw batter inside. I got confident because I made this like twice a week or 2 ago, and I made one recipe. The very next night I made a double batch, and it was so good. But I learned trial and error. We only get better if we go outside of our comfort zone and grow. So I can improve these, and maybe I'll make a video of it again another day. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed so you can stay tuned for the next vlog or chalking adventure that I go on. And we'll see you next time. Have a fantastic day. Finally, it's plugged in and getting installed. Woohoo!